to die, the greatest hero of them all.
Hi there guys, and welcome back to my video. Top 10 tips of what's most important video editing for dummies. This is the second half. We're going to resume with the top 10 things you should learn as soon as you start video editing as a new hobby, especially using something like what I have in the background, Vegas Pro. Let's get straight back into it.
Number 6.
Controlling all your uneven volume levels. Okay, so we're just going to click and highlight a random play area on our project and have a quick listen. And you can see over here, it's for zoom out, it's a lot louder here than it is there, and then it's louder again. Let's zoom in on this one and see if we can tell the difference between maybe these two volume levels is a bit more obvious. Let's go. These giant birds. These giant birds. So this one's a loud car. And then we've got the more quiet birds. So I'll make this big so you can see the volume level difference. So the first one's hovering around here, about -6 decibels. The second one is hovering around here, about -20 decibels. So now I'll show you how you control the volumes and make them a bit more even. Okay, so now we'll click on effects for each individual piece. You can control volume levels over here by clicking on this and controlling volume level for the entire bar. But I'd recommend, because each video piece, as you can see, is different, we'll do them individually one by one. So I'm going to play with this one and click on effects, and then clear as crystal, you can see here you can add volume, and I'll add this one, Express Effects Graphic Equalizer. Click and add that, and then we go OK. So here's the basic volume, +6 decibels or minus everything down to making it nothing. So I'll play it while I'm talking. So we'll fiddle with the volume here. Just doing a U-turn, I'm going to find be quiet, off, and loud. I recommend not to bother with this one because it doesn't have much range. Here you can only bring it up to +6 decibels. So we'll get rid of this one and click on here to delete the setting, and we'll just play with this one. This one you can go up plus a lot more than 6. See, you can bring this one all the way up to 20, which you sometimes need to do. But just like the other one, it goes all the way down negative volume until nothing, until it's cut out. I want nothing to go past 6 decibels. So I'm going to loop a playback region here where it's loud. So now it's just going to play that. Go play.
Eating a dead sheep.
Bit loud, so I'll bring it down. It's doing roughly what I want, and it's not too often going over 6. Now we'll go to this one. I'm going to click and drag this region, and then same thing, effects. I'm not going to use this volume because it's too basic. I'll go Express Effects Graphic Equalizer. That's my recommended best setting for volume. You can change the volume levels on many different bits and pieces, but this is my favorite. Now again, while it's on its loop, I'm going to drag my volume up and down. So to get it to hover roughly around 6, I've gone to 8.4 plus. That's about it. You get the idea. That's it for volume control. Okay, next one, number 7. We're getting there. I've already made my video a bit too long, I think. And that is keep saving and don't lose your project. Keep saving everything you do as you go along so you don't have to waste another 45 minutes doing it again. So to save, that is a quick save. First time we don't want to do that because we want to know what we're going to call it and we want to know where we're going to put it. So I'll go File, Save As, and then I'll go, for a beginner maybe you want to go Desktop, and I will say Demo, Save 01. And I go Save. So now I'll drop this and have a quick look. So now if I come back to my folder, Four-Wheel Drive Fun, and go Arrange by Sort by Type, there it is. It's at the top. And if I click on that after I've closed my computer down or I've closed my video editing program down, I double click on that and it will bring up where I was and what I had done. Another tip with that is don't do what I did for the first good year, 1 or 2 years. I made the stupid mistake of only saving once in a blue moon, and Vegas Pro is notorious for having failures and freezing and saying you need to shut the program down. Okay, so I've done a save. I went Save As and I placed it somewhere. Now I can do quick saves. So now as I go along and I do little things, make sure you have the habit of pretty much every single time you do something, just go quick save, go click, yep, quick save. So example, I want to watch this video. It's got a boring intro.
You guys want to stop and get
All right, I just want 4 seconds of the car driving past. So I select them both, Control, trim the start. I just want 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Alright, just got a bit more than 3. Then I'll go right click, trim the end. And then I will say let's do individual files and bring this one over, zoom in, line it up. And I'll individually drag that one. So now we'll have a quick look. So now they're in the car on the highway. They're coming to a town. Now they're back in the car. I've done a little bit, so now I'll just go again, quick save. As you do your project, keep doing lots of quick saves so that if you have an error pop up on the screen, you can close your program and then just right click on your Vegas Pro tab and it will have your saves. Take 1, take 2, take 3. My one was demo save 1, so I'll click on that and now it's going to open up Vegas Pro again where I last was working. Have 2 copies of everything. When you start doing your video editing projects and you're a beginner, you're very likely to make mistakes. So we'll just say that this is all your files, bits and pieces that you're going to work on. Go copy and paste it somewhere else on your computer. So you got 2 things you need to mess up to lose all your files and not just 1. I reckon every beginner is going to delete stuff by accident. So the best thing I would recommend is copy all your files and paste them to an external hard drive. And then if you make a mistake and you delete your files on your computer by accident, you can pull out the external hard drive that wasn't connected and it's definitely still there. And if you delete one by accident, like on your computer, you get your external hard drive and you drag it back, copy and paste it back to your computer so you're back to having 2 files.
Number 8.
Preview screen. Okay, how to set up your preview screen. So over here you can see my setups I've chosen for my preview screen, and that is the resolution and the frame rate. 1080p resolution, 30 frames per second. Now, as I said a little bit earlier, it's awesome and incredibly needed and useful and much quicker to have a preview monitor. So if you have 2 monitors, all you do is plug your second monitor into your computer and then you'll click on this one here and your second preview monitor, this bit here, will pop up. Just this, not the little buttons and everything, just the video will pop up on your second monitor. I do that when I'm doing my editing, and that way I can see much more clearly than just here. And when you have a second monitor and the preview is over there, you can make this one here, this preview, small, and you can have all your many bits and pieces, like your 10 or a dozen columns of different forms of editing over here. And you don't need to see this one because you have a preview screen. So back to the topic. And that's making sure that your preview is smooth. The biggest problem I ever had when I was doing my video editing until I went to a desktop computer and I was using laptops was my laptop struggled and they just couldn't show me any smooth form of playback whilst doing my editing, which is very important. So when I would click on something here, it would just constantly freeze up and jitter and I couldn't get the feeling for what I was trying to make. So it made my video editing taking forever, waiting for a smooth playback, which never happened. And I couldn't feel my piece I was editing enough to edit it properly. Okay, so here is the preview again. Now to change those settings, you go to preview here, and on preview, if you're having struggles with your computer, you can click on auto and your computer can give you the best suggestion, or you can go full quality or half quality. If I click on half quality, now you can see the preview resolution has lowered itself, but it's still at 30 frames per second. Half quality. And if I go to quarter quality, of course, you get the drift. It says 480 by 270. Okay, so that's it. You get the drift. If you've got a terrible device, bring your preview quality down to 1/4 so that you can have more smooth playback rates and it's easier to do your editing. If you've got a great device, put it on full quality. And if you don't have a clue how to hold the head on your shoulders, put it on auto.
Number 9, how to render and make your product.
So now we're going to make our video. We're just going to pretend that this is my editing that I've been fiddling around with for the last couple of hours, or half hour, whatever. I'm going to click and drag here like this blue column, whatever I want to include in my video. Now there's a gap there, but I'm not going to bother. We'll just say that this is the chosen bits and pieces I want to present. I will zoom in here. So my blue column only comes up to there. So that means everything over here will not be included in my final product. So again, click and drag whatever you want to include in your final product. Well, first I'll check my settings and make sure I haven't changed them as I've been fiddling. So it's still on best 1080p 30 frames per second settings. The important resample has been disabled. My rendering quality is on best. Make sure that you haven't lost that somehow, or that you haven't changed your frame rate by accident. And I'm going, okay, that's fine. So now I'm going to go render. And in the beginning, you will have a mountain of different options to choose how you make your video. An incredible different amount of ways to make your video. All the videos that you make will come out looking exactly the same, but they'll be different formats and they'll be different file sizes. If you go to Sony AVC, this is a quicker one that's very common. It says Internet 1920 blah 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 30p. That is a very good one to use. But I am here, Magic AVC, and I think I initially selected that one. And then I just customized it a little bit and I saved it as best, and then I put a star into it. And then next time it will automatically be suggested to you. And then you just choose where you want to save it so you don't lose it. A lot of people that don't know much about computers will just say, I don't want to fiddle with stuff. And they'll just click on this because they can tell that is the next option, which is render, make a video, but then they won't know where it is and you can't find it. So click on browse once you've picked what mode you're going to use to make your video. And I would recommend just go desktop and call it whatever you want, my first video. And you will click on save and you will click on render. So let's see how long it takes. So now here it's going to tell you roughly how much time your video is going to take. Now, when I had an old, terrible computer in the past, say my average video went for 20 minutes, it would take 6 times longer than that to render. 2 hours, that's hideous. And I'd just have to leave my computer running for half the day. But now that I finally pimped up my own computer, this is the love of my life. This thing is so much quicker. And before time runs out, I'll tell you one last thing. It shows you, of course, how much time has gone past, 1 minute 20, and how much time is remaining, roughly 21 seconds. Now, I'm not sure if you heard that, but when it finished rendering, it did its little da-da whistle noise, and that means our video is ready to watch. Awesome, tip number 10, I'm nearly done. Okay, so tip number 10, don't ramble, talk too much, and waste too much time. If it's your first project, just go in there, just do the basics. So just go through and just be quick and just say, okay, well, that guy putting his arm up there, I don't want that, so I'll wait for him to put it down. There we go, he's looking at the thing he's going to take on. So really quickly, trim start, right click, trim start, play again. Oh, he's going to take on the hill. There's a couple of seconds preview, so then I'll pause and I'll go split, and now I'll wait for him to start going up the hill. Here it is, right click, trim start, let it drag itself over automatically. Don't worry about perfect blending or anything. Show him going up the hill for a few seconds. He's going up the hill, that's enough, pause, split, and now I'll just show the outcome. There you go. Oh, and then people reappear. So now I'll just go back individual frame by frame, holding it. There we go, right click, trim start, and they're there. Split, and now I'll just show the final scene of them up close, talking to at the window. Show the window going down a little bit to create interest for people. So they'll see the window coming down, and then I will split, have it all the way down, focused on the guy's face. He put his hand down, right click, trim start, and now a few seconds of talking to him. Wow, that was great, I had great fun. And then I go split, trim end, drag it away. So now this is the final outcome of my quick example of going up the hill. With quick A to B cut, trim start, trim end. Oh, let's take on this hill. Wow, this looks awesome. Oh no, we're going up the hill. Yay, we made it. What did you guys think? Oh, it was great. Oh, let's do the next one. If it's your first project, just do it real quick, A to B, trim off this, trim off that. Don't worry about perfection because you will have no natural understanding, feeling, or experience on how to edit it all. You'll have to be crap when you start. I've been doing this stuff for 10 years and I bet some of you will still say I'm crap. Well, that's it. There's my top 10 tips that I think I learned as a beginner over the last number of years. The things that I wish someone else could have told me about to save a lot of time. Hopefully I saved you guys a lot of time. Hopefully there's some thankful people out there. If anyone found my tutorial video helpful and it helped you with anything in particular, I'm very interested. Please post a comment and let me know. If anyone else has any more questions, again, post a comment, let me know. And if I get enough subscribers, maybe I'll start making a video just for you. Well, that's it. Hope to see you guys next time. Don't forget to click on one of my links and check out one of my next videos. Bye.
Ashdodad, the greatest hero of them all.
Make sure you hang around, guys, and click on one of my next videos. On the left, I have one of my random wild outdoor adventures. And on my right, I have my next recommended video editing tips to check out and start learning with Vegas Pro. Bye. See you next time.